This is President Trump talking about the goal of these talks in the UAE regarding Iran.
Is the goal of these talks limiting Iran's nuclear program or total dismantlement?
Total dismantlement.
That's all you'll accept?
That's all I'd accept. Okay. Now, there's a new theory going out there that Iran would be allowed to have civilian, meaning to make electricity. But I say, they have so much oil, what do they need it for? But, I've seen it with other states where they're looking to do something and they have a lot of oil. Iran has tremendous energy. I put sanctions, if you know that. I put pretty strong sanctions on 2 days ago on the oil. It's a very simple deal. I want Iran to be really successful, really great, really fantastic. The only thing they can't have is a nuclear weapon. Okay. If they want to be successful, that's okay. I want them to be so successful. And the Iranian people are incredible. I just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon because the world will be destroyed.
It's really as simple as that. And I'm going to make an analogy here, okay? The same way that his administration, the state of Israel, its allies, do not want Iran to successfully complete, allegedly that they have one on their way, a nuclear weapon and project. The same way that he will not settle for anything less, complete destruction of any formation of a nuclear project, anything being completed, none. It cannot exist. It is too much of a threat to exist. The same way he is approaching that is honestly the same exact way that Hamas has approached their promise for eliminating the state of Israel, and they won't accept anything less. Don't expect Trump and those who understand what kind of a threat this might be, this will be, don't expect him to veer off of this, to veer away from it, to say that he's going to pull back a little bit and maybe give them some wiggle room. The same way that Hamas is not willing to negotiate at all with the United States, with Israel, give back hostages when we need them, when we've needed them 18, 19 months ago. It's too valuable. It's too important. He understands the value of Iran having a nuclear weapon. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else there is to say. If they were to have one, what do you think is stopping them from firing it at America? They don't like America. You don't need me to tell you that. Ever since 1979, that has been the pursuit of this regime. The Iranian people have said so themselves. There are hundreds, if not thousands of videos that are scattered across the internet. I've spoken to some of these people. They are on YouTube, they're on Instagram, and they're on TikTok. They're on Reddit. There are so many different Iranians who live in Iran who cannot share their identity, their name, their face, what they look like, any of their information, but openly talk about how they want the Ayatollah, the IRGC, and the entire body who has completely taken over Iran. They want them gone. This isn't a minority sentiment within Iran. This is what the majority of the people there, who are just like Trump said at the end of that video, incredible people. I've met a lot of people from Iran. They are amazing, amazing, amazing people. Why would I or anyone else not want them to have a future? And I'll be honest with you, it's like sad because if you took an 18, 19, 20-year-old person from Iran and an 18, 19, 20-year-old from Colombia who has chosen to just like voice their deep opinions about their hatred towards Israel and apparently their hatred towards America when they've been given the privilege and an opportunity to study at a prestigious university like that, if you put them in a room together, all you would need is 5 minutes for that person from Iran to explain to the American what life is really like. Especially if it's a woman. I mean, this is no different than why me and many of the other people who have been trying to explain this just like simple logic and math to people, why movements like Queers for Palestine, Gays for Gaza, why it's just an abomination. It's ludicrous. It's awkward. It's weird. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit. It's very inaccurate. All you would need is time to listen to the people. This is why I'm so big about being in the areas of the places that you choose to talk about. You have students from San Diego and Maine, in Great Neck, New York, going to prestigious universities talking about Iran. Iran, people. They're not even talking about a place in their own region. They're talking about a place in the Middle East, a place where they've never, ever been. Why are you allowed to talk about it like this? You aren't. I wish there was some foreign exchange program for like the students to be able to meet each other. You don't find it telling, as some of these encampment protesters, as some of these, like, you don't find it telling when you go onto the internet and you look at the people, the civilians, the citizens, the boys and the girls who go on to social media and openly talk about why these encampment protesters need to stop what they're doing, and while they're doing so that they can't show their identity. You've never asked yourself why they're hiding their identity? Why am I not hiding my identity? My face is public. My information is out there. I don't cover my face. If you advocate for Israel, for the far majority of us, you don't cover your identity. Why would you have to hide behind truth? Truth should be very transparent. You shouldn't have to shield yourself, your identity, who you are. And if you do, the question is why? What is at risk? What is at risk for Iranian students, Iranian people? What is at risk for them? To have to hide their identity when they call me on a Discord live stream. They can't tell me who they are. They can't tell me where they are. They can't tell me exactly anything about them. But what they can tell me is that they do not want to continue to live under the IRGC. And if you ask yourself, that's interesting. I'm over here endorsing them, cheering for them, wishing well for them. And the ones who I'm doing this for and towards are telling me that the ones I'm apparently endorsing are the ones that we need to remove. It's right in front of you. This is no different from the Palestinians inside of the Gaza Strip who have voiced their very, very open and direct opinions against Hamas. The Lebanese who have spoken against Hezbollah. The Alawites and the Druze and other ethnic minorities speaking against not only the Assad regime, which was overthrown, but al-Jilani and his entire new regime. The Arab world's biggest issue are other Arabs. And until Karen and Susan and Kathy at Brown and Yale and Princeton and Harvard figure that out, we are so doomed. And it's going to be too late, Karen. It's going to be too late. When you continue to try and halt and protest against the idea of America stepping in or anyone stepping in, trying to de-escalate the situation. It's as if you're just fueling a fire. You're just pouring gasoline onto a fire that needs to be put out. That's what you do. You don't realize it. You think you're doing the other. You think Israel is the one pouring the fire. You think I'm pouring the fire. You think my videos pour fire, or pour gasoline, should I say, onto a fire. That's what you think. You're convinced of it. It's like you're so convinced of it, everything that you thought was good and evil has been completely reversed, which is just an absolute sick mechanism that is, to me, sometimes very hard to believe. It's easy to undo. How can you undo brainwashing? I have no idea. The least that I could do is continue to talk about the truth and not cover my face while I do it. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you next video.
If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.